Madre Complexia, tell us a Downtime story.
Yes, please do.
Please do.
Please, Madre. Please, yes, please. Tell us.
Okay. Settle down. Once upon a past, present, and future time, in a land far, far away, beyond the electromagnetic stasis field, was a humanoid community college whose eternal motto was information assimilation is the ordinal activity.
I think she means learning comes first.
Shh! These humanoids decided to build two structures, one for the facilitation of face-to-face conferencing, as well as to offer biotechnological and information technological data assimilation for all learners and members of their community, and the second to foster, house, and preserve the creative, contemporary artistic objects and social milieu. The first step was information intake and synthesis, where master builders, designers, and artisans conversed with end-user participants to manage expectations and develop a virtual temporal visualization of the intended structure. Once plans were adopted and adapted and adjusted, the humanoids began the long process of remolding the ground to facilitate the new structure. Then important roots for the non-organic structure were planted. Atop the roots, these humanoid artisans molded time and space to house a foundational plate upon which all further construction would be placed. The humanoid workers then poured a burned alumina, lime, iron oxide, magnesium, and silicone-based encapsulation product for the foundation.
I think the humanoids call it cement.
Nano, small technologies should be seen and not heard.
Of course, this project was so mammoth that the workers needed to build a non-permanent metallic form to facilitate structural construction. So they used one of our distant primitive relatives, Big Blue Crane. Once Big Blue was in place, floor after floor of fired silicone-based, self-hardening material was poured to form the skeleton of the immense structure. Additional fibrous and non-fibrous support mechanisms slowly took shape.
Wow, they didn't just think it?
Oh no, that would be too electro-digital of a task for these humanoids to accomplish. Their high-speed computational, virtualization, and manipulative skills are still very primitive compared to what you fledglings can accomplish with bits and bytes. Next, the intro skeleton of the structure required union and harmony that could only be accomplished by radiant caloricity. Through this union, disparate structural components were merged to form the inner configuration of the structure. Once the inner form was steadfast and unimpaired, the humanoid craftsmen began adding a structural skin composed of insulation and red conglomerate non-porous building material.
How long did all that take?
It was a very slow, methodical process, requiring millennia of nanogenerations for these non-digital, non-virtual creatures. Of course, their lifetimes are far longer than ours. They need more time to accomplish even singular events due to their biological, dilatory, indolent, obstructionist lifestyles. We calculate and generate in a day what they cannot physically accomplish even if they had 1,000 of our lifetimes.
Wow, I would hate to be that slow.
Why would they do that? Take all those lifetimes to create a multi-level living structure for information assimilation?
There was a magnitude of information to be assimilated. The creatures, in their own slow way, had to generate the infrastructure and content for a center for business and technology, an entrepreneurship center, and a conference center. They had to house information systems and a network hub, as well as space for computer information systems and biotechnology. They even created a portal to access examples of their creative generation and a shelter for the primitive vehicles they used to accelerate and preambulate.
Madre Complexia, where do all these humanoids come from?
Well, Dunder, the humanoids are really called humans. And where they come from? Well, that's a story for another nano-millennium. It's time for sleep mode, so turn your little processors off.